Yo, welcome everyone, Sanjay Uche here, and welcome to another review, another video of the great, the underrated Black Clover! Yo, welcome everyone. So better late than never, I know, kinda late for the review, but you know, just like life kinda catches up sometimes, but you don't know it's it. So yeah, of course, as you can tell by the video title and thumbnail, today tonight we'll be talking about Black Clover Manga Chapter 275, Hellfire Incarnate. Of course, based on my last review on the Black Clover manga, you don't know, of course, a chapter that features best girl Mereoleona, so you don't know if it still have a talk about the chapter, you see me? But yo, I'm not gonna lie, for the most part, I like the chapter. It is pretty simple and straightforward, but there is some nuance to it at the same time that I like. But let's get right into it. So of course, this chapter covers the Magic Knights of the Clover Kingdom essentially finally meeting up with the Dark Triad. We've kind of we've seen who's gonna fight who at the end of the day here, at least going into chapter 276 and beyond, while also giving some more well-needed spotlight to best girl Mereoleona. So you don't know. But anyway, so we start off the chapter with Noct essentially explaining how the advent of Qilfot, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, don't know, so I'm butcher every name, but yeah, we get an understanding of how it works. And as I said, it forms part of what makes this chapter kind of straightforward. Of course, we have Yami and Vengeance in the middle of the circle of Qilfot, and we have the Dark Triad who are at the extreme perimeters, like forming like a magic circle to essentially do the summoning for the advent itself. So essentially there are 4 separate functions, and of course the plan is to tackle the Dark Triad in, you know, with as much persons as possible, each member, and prevent the circle, the advent of Qilfot, from actually occurring. So pretty straightforward. But what I actually like about this section is that Noct specifically mentions that anti-magic could be an option at the end of the day, but at the same time it's not guaranteed to work. So what I like about this is that, you know, that traditional cliche thing, we're waiting for the main character to show up, and you know everybody, like, you know, you're seeing every other character try to make an effort to, you know, stop the bad guy, but you know, it's like the Goku effect, you know, we're just waiting on Goku. So yeah, but with what Noct says, and in the spirit of Black Clover, we know that the nuance that's on display here is nothing new, but it's still effective in carrying the positives for the chapter, where yes, Asta is going to be instrumental in this fight in some shape or form, there's no doubt about that, but we're not waiting on him. That's the good part about it. Other characters have utility, and there is a possibility to take this thing out, take this whole ceremony Dark Triad out without Asta, even though he more than likely will be instrumental in taking down everybody else, more than likely in a team-based fashion that Black Clover is highly popular for. So yeah, in all honesty, it all works out, and it doesn't take away from the Magic Knights, and it doesn't take away from Asta himself. So I like that at the end of the day, there's some nuance to the straightforwardness of the chapter. So there's that. Of course, we have Dorothy, Fagolion, and Nozel acting as distractions while the other Magic Knights go off and face off against their respective Dark Triad members. Of course, outside of this, we also have Mereoleona continuing her fight against the ancient demon, and of course it does seem like her attacks aren't really working. And it's at this point we get a flashback to Noct getting the best opportunity out of everybody in the series. Not that Mereoleona would allow him to, you know, but you know, you don't know. But what I like about it is that Tabata used the previous experience, the previous arc, Mereoleona's experience. You know, like the vibe I get from Mereoleona is like, you'd think they'd gloss over the whole fact that her magic didn't work against Zagred's, you know, magic in the past arc, but Tabata specifically uses it here to reinforce, you know, the characterization of Mereoleona. Like, Mereoleona trained to get stronger is not, that seems only natural to me. So he used the fact that she, you know, that fact that we kind of glossed over that fact when she was using Kalido's Brachium in the last arc. against Zagreus magic, it was kind of like glossed over, like, okay, yeah, she's going wild, but you know, yeah. So he's using that to really push forward our character to train more. And of course, Hellfire Incarnate, yo, new spell, or what was it? Monozone full release, Kalidos Brachium, Purgatory Abyss, yo. Yo, that guy looks sick in the anime, but not gonna lie. So, so it's just refreshing to see Mereoleona get some well-needed spotlight, because, I mean, between last chapter and now, like, ever since the time skip, we've hardly got much of her. We've gotten like total, what, two chapters on a page of Mereoleona, so yeah, it just continues to be refreshing to see how it's going to go in terms of her fight. But the question is now, did she actually defeat the ancient demon? So that is the better question. So there's that. And honestly, the good part about it, even if she doesn't, at the same time, it's still going to help her character and motivate her to train to get stronger, because I don't see her dying in this at all. Or unless at some point she's gonna fight the ancient demon to a stalemate, and then Asta is gonna come in and anti-magic it to, you know, to oblivion. Maybe not. So there's that. But apart from that, as I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how these fights go, because I have the chapter here. We have Jack Noct going up against Dante. We have Longris and Yuno going up against Zenon, predictably so. And we have, who is it, Rill and Charlotte versus what, Veronica? Yeah, where's Veronica? Is it Veronica? Yeah, Veronica. I can't believe I forgot her name. Jeez, Vanica. So just had to look it up. Embarrassing, I know, but I'm not gonna hide the fact. Say, me forget. Me forget her name. Is it? But yeah, and that's where the chapter basically ends. But all in all, I thought it was a decent chapter, pretty straightforward, but with a touch of nuance there at the same time. So definitely liked it. Of course, guys, let me know what you thought about the chapter and your expectations for the coming chapters. We're kind of winding down to the final chapters of 2020. So yeah. But for the most part, that's all I have for this one, guys. Let me know what you thought about my thoughts on the chapter. Pretty straightforward chapter, as I said. I don't think there's any much more I can really digest or, you know, spit out on this. So yeah, but hope you guys are having a great Monday night. Yeah, but if you made this far, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out. Share out my video if you know you have persons who like Black Clover apart from you that's actually watching this video here, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, just respect again for tuning in. So Sanju Chia, and I'll see you guys in the next Black Clover video.